So I'm out on my regular gravel ride today. This is an off-road path. I've just reached the off-road section. It's a little bit noisy here because of the motorway bridge over there, but it goes right up the Var Valley, the River Var, which is just over there. Hope it's not too noisy. So there's the old machine. It's ideal. This bike is so good on this sort of path. I mean, as you can see, it's not that bad here, but a bit further along it's quite rocky, it's quite bumpy. Anyway, I'll just pause there. So a little bit further along the trail here is there's the river there, the River Var. There's quite a lot of water at the moment. I think it's probably some snow melt now. We've had quite a lot of new snow on the mountains recently. You can actually see some. No, you can't quite see it. But yeah, there's been quite a lot of snow, and it's getting warm here now. It's really like this track. It's never particularly busy. I mean, I haven't seen anybody so far. And there's the machine. The road is up there, up the top of that levee. This was all underwater a few years ago when we had that big storm. It really did. It was a massive issue here. Lots of people died. They even had a cemetery somewhere in the hills was partly washed away, and people found the bodies in their basement in one place. The bodies had been washed down and trapped in somebody's basement, which is pretty grim. I don't know what state of the bodies were, how long they'd been there, and yeah, so it was a big deal. So that's beautiful. This is why I love this part of the world. I can be, this is like 20 minutes from my place, my apartment, and you can see the river there. So the only thing is the traffic noise is a little bit, but I think it's about 8 or 10 kilometers this length, so it's not really very long. Okay, I'll just pause it now. So just a bit further up the path now. This little jetty sticks out, well, into the river. I have no idea why this was built. I really don't know. You can see all the olive tree terraces on the other side of the river there. There's actually a cycle lane on that side of the river, because there aren't many bridges basically. This across the Var, there's one at Nice, and then there's one way up the valley at a place called Amanda, and that's about it. And so if you're on one side of the river, there's one more a bit further on. But, that's nice here. There's a load of information here about invasive species. That one about the biodiversity that exists here. There are eels in the river, and all the different migrating seabirds. You've got Stern Pierregarin, which is a tern, and then you've got, that looks like a bittern to me, and then some form of stork. I don't know what the little one is. So yeah, you can hear the road. We're not far away. In fact, you can see it from here, up there. You see the traffic whizzing by. That's the main road to the route to Grenoble. So it goes all the way to Grenoble, which is more or less, in the centre of the Alps. We're on at the tail end of the Alpine chain here, the Alpes Maritimes. I was going to go to the Estoril today. There's this route. It's a gravel route that I found out about from a guide, and it's 56k, and it's a circuit around the mountains in the Estoril, which is the other side of Cannes. And I was going to do that over two days, because it's 56k, but it's just a bit more than 41k to get there by road. I thought I'd do the whole thing over 2 days, but But then I looked at the weather yesterday and it didn't look brilliant. I mean, it's hazy. You can see it's really hazy today. The sun's come out, but it's not fantastic. So I thought I'd wait for better weather. Maybe I'll try it next weekend. Next weekend's the long weekend because of the what's it? Easter weekend. Just pause it here. So you come through a tunnel under the main road and you arrive here. We're a great big commercial centre. There's Carrefour there, there's Leroy Merlin over there, big building, DIY place. That's just been built, that's brand new. That big car park there. And yeah, so it's a little bit of contrast, but I'm going to go to Decathlon, the sports shop, because I need to have a look at the tyres for my bike. Okay, so if you enjoyed the video, give it a like. Okay, bye. So here we are, a bit further up the river. There's a weir with quite a lot of water going down it, just over there. This machine here seems to be in the process of either opening or closing the gates. Quite a volume of water going down there. And then over here we've got a fish ladder, which I assume that's what it is. So the fish can come up the river. Fish, I guess we're talking salmon or maybe trout. And as far as I'm aware, this whole thing is all automated. Everything here that you see is automated. You can see all the bits of trees and things that have come down the fish ladder there, blocking it up. There's the main road over there. And then this is the water feed to the fish ladder. And I think under here is maybe a turbine, because there's an awful lot of turbulence in the water there. This, you can see the water piling down there, so it's descending very quickly. I'm guessing it's driving a turbine inside this building. Okay, this time I've got my mic plugged in. There mightn't have been any sound. So this is the weir across the Var River. There's a huge amount of water flowing down to the sea. That's the fish ladder in the foreground there, and then up there on the top in the middle of the shot you've got the Beau de Saint-Gerny, which is quite a magnificent peak. Been up there a few times. I was up there Boxing Day last time, a couple of years ago, and it's a good scramble. The last bit is quite exposed. I've done that route. You wouldn't. It's not terribly difficult, but if you slip, you might not live to tell the tale. And then in the distance, you can just see some snow on the higher mountains there. It should be in the middle of the shot now. In the middle of the shot, yeah. There's the higher mountains towards the Mercantour, which is the Alps here. Okay, I'll just pause. So I'm a bit further up the river again. There's another weir, and this one there's no power generation here by the sounds of it, like the last one. But look at that water! My gosh, that is a shed load of water. Yeah, there's a hell of a lot of volume coming down there. This is actually made up of two rivers, because this is the Var, but further up the Vesubie River, which comes directly down from the Alps, joins it. So, and there's probably a few others that I've forgotten as well. Down there's another weir, and you might be able to see there's a bridge across. That's where I'm heading for. It's called Lamanda, and I'll probably turn around at that point. But There's quite a few. Oh, that's the train just going past, the train de Pigne, which is the little line that goes up into the Alps. It goes to Digne. Taken it a few times actually, and a few years ago it was going on its normal route in the mountains, and there was a huge block of stone that slid down and hit the train. I don't know if people were killed. Maybe people were injured. It's probably a bit windy down here. Yeah, the wind always comes up the Var Valley, so on the way back you're into a headwind. There's the fish ladder, but it doesn't look like it's flowing. It's blocked, and there's all sorts of trees that have come down the river. There you go. It's a nice day now. It's actually really nice. There's the Bow de Saint-Genès right up there. Been up there with Charlie a couple of times. Got a really nice photo of Charlie on the top. And yet another weir. And this one's got a fish ladder that is in working order by the looks of it. So you can see the way the fish would be able to jump up those small steps. So this is the third weir that I've passed on the way up here. It may be the last one, I'm not sure. And there in the far distance is the snow on the Alps, on the mountains, and over here right in front is the village of Carros, which is one of the perch villages, Village Perché, and there's an awful lot of them here, and the reason is that the ships from Barbary Coast, from North Africa, would come here to the Mediterranean coast of France and Italy, and they would attack and take slaves. Whole villages were transported back to North Africa, Barbary Coast, Algiers mainly, and Libya as well, and sold into slavery. And most of them would never ever see their homeland again. Most of them died there. Some who were wealthy were able to buy their way out, but most weren't. And there's a fascinating BBC article that I'll put in under the video. It's all about the trade at the time. It was huge. In fact, some parts of the coast were so threatened by the slave ships that they were deserted. Nobody wanted to live there because it was just so risky that ship had come over. So that's again quite low water. There's Carros right up there with the church tower. That's a nice little town. There's a lot of modern developments over there as well. I think that's called New Carros. And there's another perch village above there as well. That may be Gillette, I'm not sure. There's a village Gillette around here. So here I am at the bridge, the Pont Manda, which is probably, this is the end of the gravel route, which is back. That's where I've come from, down there, and it's probably where I'm going to turn around. I don't really fancy riding on the tarmac any further. It's pretty busy, this road as well. This is the only bridge, the first bridge between, the next bridge across the Var is down by the airport in Nice. So that's a good 30k away, I think. There's the station. This is Saint-Martin-du-Var, I think it is. Yeah, Saint-Martin-du-Var. I don't know whether I'll go back on that road. I'm not sure. That's my little Saturday ride. There's a hell of a lot of new development over there.